not long after the Bulls fell to 10-30 on the season, with a 17-point loss to the Nets, and shortly before Bears fans' hearts were broken on a missed field goal. ESPN insider Adrian Wojnarowski slipped this surprising tweet out. Fred Hoiberg is a serious consideration of Minnesota owner Glen Taylor to become either the GM or head coach in the future, league sources tell ESPN. Hoiberg was an assistant GM at Minnesota prior to Iowa State. Layden remains GM now. Adrian Wojnarowski, @ESPN, January 7, 2019. Feel free to read through the comments if you need a Monday pick-me-up. Timber Bulls trolling is on full display. However, Bulls fans should be able to empathize with an organization that has had 3 different coaches in the last 4 years. And a guy who's seen it and lived it more than most players 5 years into their career, is Zach LaVine. The Bulls guard, who spent his first 3 seasons in the league with Minnesota, saw 3 coaching changes in that time. He's now seen 2 with the Bulls, and Monday after practice shared his thoughts on the current situation with his former team. "That was unexpected," LaVine said. "Especially because they just beat a couple teams by 20. But there was a lot of things going on over there, and it's the NBA, man, you start seeing that a lot." Meanwhile, Hoiberg, who was fired after a 5-19 start to the Bulls season, appears to have some nice options in front of him. Whether it's in the NBA or getting back into the college scene, where his name has been linked to UCLA, Hoiberg will get another shot at this head coaching thing. And that is something Bulls head coach Jim Boylen thinks he very much deserves. Absolutely, Boylen said. "Absolutely, he does. The best coaches at every level have been let go. I mean, you can list them. I could list them. I learned a ton when I was let go at Utah. I learned a ton and grew a bunch, and that's what it's about. So, you take your moments at this level and you learn and you grow, and then if it doesn't work out with you where you're at, you move to the next one." It's a tough thing about the Thibodeau thing. I feel bad for him. It's hard to be let go, and if you've been let go, you really understand it. But you're also excited for a guy to get his opportunity. It's a difficult thing on everybody. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Bulls easily on your device. Derrick Rose made waves following comments he made at a Timberwolves media session on Monday. Sunday, the Timberwolves fired head coach Tom Thibodeau after 2+ seasons. Thibodeau, the former Bulls head coach, brought Rose to the Timberwolves, where the latter has enjoyed a resurgence of sorts. Rose was asked what Thibodeau meant to his resurgence on the court. The former Bulls point guard offered a touching dedication to Thibodeau in response. "He was the only coach that believed in me," Rose said. "Right when I got the call, I was in Cleveland, practicing at Cleveland State by myself. I was basically out the league. Even coming here, everybody didn't know I was going to play this way. He believed in me." However, Rose's touching dedication soon turned sour. "For everybody that think that I'm not going to play the same way, kill yourself," he said. "I believe in myself." This is not the first time Rose has said something questionable in an interview. Let's focus on today's comments, though. Rose saying, "Kill yourself" to those who doubt him is undeniably a bad look. The comment is far too extreme and unnecessary to make to basketball fans who don't believe in him. At the same time, the comment does require context. Rose was not literally telling his doubters to take their own lives. "Kill yourself" is a slang phrase used when people disagree with one another. Rose later apologized on Twitter for the comment. "I messed up by using the slang term, kill yourself, today in response to a question about whether I can continue to perform without Coach Thibs. Did not mean it literally and regret using it, so I apologize." Derrick Rose, @Rose, January 7, 2019. Does the fact that the phrase is slang excuse Rose saying it to the media? Maybe, maybe not. Rose taking responsibility for the comment was the right thing to do. The situation was clearly a misunderstanding. Still, Rose has a tremendously large platform as one of the NBA's better players. When he talks, people listen, meaning he should note to be conscientious of what he says. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Bulls easily on your device. A familiar theme has arisen from opposing teams when they take the floor against the younger Bulls. Teams like the Pacers and Nets the past week have taken it to the Bulls, defining a style of play that appears to have both frustrated and intimidated the Bulls. There aren't any real statistics to back up or refute the assertion, but the Bulls are feeling it and know it needs to change. Just think we need to be more physical. I feel like when teams see us they can take advantage of us at times in the game, and I don't think that's a good trait to have as a team, Zach LaVine said, reiterating a point he made after Sunday's loss to the Nets. I think overall we need to be tougher. The Bulls are doing their best to shy away from the excuse, but the reality is they're a young team. After dealing Justin Holiday to the Grizzlies last week, the Bulls now have one player older than 26 years old, Robin Lopez. LaVine has the second most experience on the team behind Lopez, and he won't turn 24 for another 2 months. On any given night, unless Phoenix is in town, the Bulls are the younger, less experienced group on the floor. Playing with that physical edge doesn't come easily and hasn't come easily, but the Bulls know they need to start moving that process along to see results better than their current 10-30 record. I think our physicality individually needs to grow, Jim Boylen said. Getting open on the wing, fighting for that catch on that wing, fighting for HTAT post-catch. Narrowing the floor to get open. All those things are physical, competitive things. I think sometimes you've just got to get a guy off you. You've got to get him off you, man. You've got to make a stand. There, of course, is a mental component to toughness as well. Boylen admitted that the Bulls' biggest issue right now is allowing early in-game struggles to snowball. The Bulls have made ugly quarters a trademark this season, and there simply isn't enough talent to recover from deficits caused by them. I think these days it's recovering from a mistake, Boylen said when asked what constitutes toughness in today's NBA. The ability to recover from an in-game failure, maybe a poor quarter. Can you mentally right the ship in your mind and battle through it? I talked to our guys about if you start poorly, are you going to have a bad game? Or are you going to compete? If you start well, can you sustain it and make the adjustments when the defense adjusts to you? That mental edge and toughness, some of it is maturity. Some is experience. There's physical toughness, mental toughness. There's bringing a consistent edge. I think all those things are part of it.